Hey guys, Robert and Alex here. We're about to get into the best, what many consider the best of the Connery movies.
The big one.
Goldfinger. That has nothing to do with Spectre.
I know, funnily enough.
But it is, I've seen this, I've always considered this is my favorite Connery. Although I gotta say, From Russia with Love is up there.
Yeah, no, having watched it again, I was like, wow, that one really surprisingly held up.
It does, but Goldfinger, it sets up so much. It's Connery at his best, but not his most Fleming Bond.
Yeah. And I think this is really where the whole debate, which one represents Fleming the best, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and this one would definitely not be under that. Which one represents Fleming? Which one is the best Bond? Yes.
Yeah, but it's understandable because I'm sure Connery was like, oh, I kind of want to bring my own thing to it.
Which is good, and definitely him at his best acting. I know we're going to get that. We're definitely having a great building in Goldfinger. We have Pussy Galore.
Yes.
And we're going to have Q properly, obviously, and Oddjob.
Yeah.
Every gamer's worst, never play as Oddjob, because you're always like,
yeah.
Everyone else you can go, pew, but him you got to go,
oh, yeah.
even though he was never that short.
Yeah. Even then, everyone would want to pick Oddjob, Even
that's why you always had to have the rule of no one pick Oddjob.
The no Oddjob that rule.
Because it's not fair.
Yeah.
And you know what would have been cool if they gave him the hat.
Yeah, I know. That was they did that in the remake, I believe.
Yeah.
The online multiplayer in the remake, but not the original.
Yeah, the original was probably because really those were just skins.
Yeah, probably technical limitations, stuff like that. But anyway.
We'll see you guys on the other end. Hey guys, we got done watching Goldfinger and set the gold standard, no pun intended.
Don't you mean Goldfinger?
No gold standard.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it really did, didn't it?
Yeah, it really feel all the things you think of when you think of secret agent stuff. That's where it all started.
It is, and this pretty much set the template for anything post Spectre, anyway.
Absolutely.
Any of the non-Spectre related Bond villains. I mean, it still follows those too, but you know what I mean, right? Even Spectre still had, even the upcoming movie still had something that was a little bit not exactly the same. But this, everything after Diamonds Are Forever, really took a page from this. The whole set up the villain, meet the villain, being charmed by the villain, have this big heavy of a thug, have this big huge plan.
More gadgets,
and you have this big gun shooting, climate. Think about that. Every movie's up until the Craig era follows this formula.
Exactly.
After, Diamonds Are Forever. And even then, that counts, but you know what I mean, though. After Spectre is taken off the board entirely, that's when it follows this one. I mean, to a detriment, you could say. It got a little repetitive, but
yeah, I know. It's the formula.
It's a good formula.
And you take it and you can do it as you please.
Exactly.
So of course, later on, they would do pretty much just that.
Yeah, but Connery this is Connery at his best.
Yeah, this is really at this point. It's
he's loving the role.
Fleming is no longer there. It's really him.
He loves the role, but this is the last time he's gonna love the role.
Yeah, unfortunately. Because you see him he got raised eyebrow. He's just all charmy and stuff like that.
But it's Connery, not Fleming.
Yeah, it's Connery doing his own thing, which that's
also
fine.
We have the first proper Bond opening sequence. It's the music of Goldfinger.
Not my favorite, but I do.
But it's a classic still.
It's still a classic.
And you have the classic opening with, you see the gold girl and you see the images flash. That set the standard for all of those.
Yeah. And they only get better and better.
Goldfinger was a great villain.
I know that because the thing with the last two, they had villains, but they were just kind of there.
Grant felt more like the Oddjob.
Yeah.
And Dr. No showed up at the end. No, this one is
Gold from the very start, once after you get through the credits, it's not even a few seconds in, and Goldfinger's there, and follow him.
Shocking. Publicly shocking.
Oh yeah, the Bond one-liners take that up.
Although I gotta say, the sister was superfluous.
She really was. Because you think it'd be, cool, a revenge story, dead.
Dead way too fast. Because why? Pussy Galore.
Yeah, Pussy Galore.
Oh boy, I'm so glad they didn't include the book stuff of...
yeah, let's not go there.
But again, so much Oddjob. Great henchman. He's the one who's... Basically... Now, here's the thing though. He doesn't have as much... Do you think... How does he compare to Grant?
I don't know.
Because Grant is the standard, I think.
Because I think Grant was kind of like his own thing still.
So whereas Oddjob is clearly the hench.
Yeah, we're clearly the hench, but still his the imagery you see of him, just this big strong guy. It's still.
Oh, what he's trying to tell me when he's doing that. I'm teaching him to be a caddy.
Yeah.
And of course, just the smugness on him, especially when he throws the head like. But that smug. He's like, oh really? See, that's gonna stop me.
Yeah.
But yeah, he definitely. I think more than Grant, he set up the indestructible henchman.
Yeah.
Because Grant was still human.
Yeah, he was still human. But I think also just make Goldfinger just so great, just how he's just like a full on everything you expect from the villain, of a Bond villain.
Yep, and you said this while we were watching this. All the spoofs for it, do you expect, the laser sequence? Get it wrong!
Yeah.
Bond was trapped.
Yeah, the laser sequence. Yeah, because every one of those
it's like he didn't get out.
But James had to use his wits.
He had to use his wits, and even then, he got lucky.
Yeah, he did.
This was pure luck. I mean, seriously, Goldfinger was really I'm sure he'll do better. It just had to keep on he had to bluff then I know about Grand Slam.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You really ready to take that risk?
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, Goldfinger just. Yes, he tells his evil plan, but you can tell it's not the stereotypical I'm going to tell you about my plan and be an idiot. No, he was already buying leaving Bond there to die with the nuke.
I know.
And he just wanted to see let's see if he can really figure out my plan. Because he's he has no idea what my plan is.
Yeah.
Let's tease him. And even Bond is well, of course you can't. You only have 2 hours at best to get it out. It's going to take you 2 weeks to. Who's saying about removing it? After all this, and you're not going to remove this? Go on.
Yeah.
Again, you can see this.
This is a man who's in control. He's you know what? I'm just gonna let him squirm a little bit.
Let's see him figure out the ingenious of my plan. And it
is a brilliant plan.
Yeah, you can't steal all that gold, but why would you need to when you already have basically you have the second most amount of gold in the world next to Fort Knox.
Yes.
Why would you want to steal Fort Knox when all you have to do is take Fort Knox off the map?
Yeah.
Even if you can't blow up the gold, nuke it. It's worthless.
Yeah, make its value go down.
Make it worthless, and your gold is more valuable.
Yeah, there'll just be a whole discord going on.
And of course, in the United States, it's thrown into turmoil because of it.
I think that's what it's a great counter to Russia with Love, where the plan's so simple, so brilliant.
Oh yeah, well, I would say from Russia with Love, on the surface, when you untangle the webbing, it's the illusion of complexity. I always like to say that. You always say something that's the illusion of complexity. And here, it's a big spider web, but it's a simple plot.
Yeah. If Rush for Love was more of setting things in motion.
Setting things in motion, and we're observing, and we don't know because we're not in the know, except for Spectre and Bond, who knows who and all that.
Yeah.
Then once you do, you're okay, gotcha.
This is
but here it's plain and simple, and it's not even world domination, the same old dream. It's not even.
Yeah.
Now, if I remember right, do they reference Spectre at least a little?
I didn't hear much about Spectre.
I think
maybe they did, but
I think Goldfinger toyed he's definitely been an independent of Spectre. I think that's
because he just wants his gold, man.
He just wants his gold. Like I said, he does always have that vibe of he's an independent. Oh, Ken Adams sets.
Yeah, they're getting better.
We didn't have him in the last movie, but here.
Especially with his house.
The house and Fort Knox.
That's right.
Fort Knox. The bed is 2 floors and everything. And of course you have the classic, countdown, 007.
Of course.
But it's the third movie, it's let's just throw a gag in.
Yeah. But it was also funny, again, it's just how cocky he is. He brings all these people together to show off, to explain all of his
And even when one guy says I want no part of it, there's the door, take your money.
Yeah.
But basically, he already got what he wanted out of them.
Yeah.
Again, it's like with Bond. He wants to go. He needs to tell someone.
Yeah.
It's no one's going to know how brilliant the plan is if he doesn't tell anyone.
I know. It's an ego thing.
But
I think that's what.
I mean, of course, you can tell his men that, but they're they already know how brilliant he is.
Yeah. Yeah, but I guess it's hey, look what I can do. Look what I can do.
I know, but they always play him they're an idiot. But it's no.
No, this is...
And it is a brilliant master plan.
Yeah, and I was about to say, I think that's what a lot of those other, movies with those kind of villains, they don't get.
They don't get. They just think, I'm going to tell you because I'm so... They play more off a competence thing. I mean, it's competence, but it's ego here.
Yeah.
And again, he does it twice.
I know.
He explains the plan to the people who helped him. Then he kills them. Then he explains it to Bond. But Bond, you could tell, again, they played up he's squirming. And again, he's telling Bond to figure it out.
Yeah.
Bond figures it out with him there, whereas others are just like, blah, 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 here's my plan, blah, 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 oh, I'm going to leave you to die.
I know.
No, it was him. If Bond hadn't swooned over Pussy Galore, you gotta keep saying that. Galore.
I know, Galore.
If Miss Galore.
Miss Galore.
He would have failed.
Proper.
Let's be honest. It would have failed. All the other agents around him couldn't figure out what was going on. No one could figure out what was going on.
I know. I think that's part of the reason this movie's so good.
Because
brilliant
the brilliant Goldfinger is, and he has one of the best Bond deaths. Like just,
whoop, that's it.
He's playing his golden harp.
Yeah.
Now I guess this is where Sean Connery definitely started to have more of a Scottish accent into it.
Oh, I could definitely hear it.
Yeah, a bit more because he felt comfortable, but he wasn't forcing it to be muted. So it's like, I mean, it wasn't that bad still, but it's like, again, stuff like he's playing his golden harp.
Yeah.
Like that, you're like, oh.
Yeah, we should talk about Miss Galore.
Miss Galore. Oh, yep, great.
She's great.
She is great.
Yeah.
And of course, the really first, I mean, yeah, you had Honey, but that's one name, but she's the first of the innuendo names.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, she's from the book, though. That is from the book, though, still.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But my name is Pussy Galore. But yeah, the first of the prototype of the evil Bond girl, but she's the evil Bond girl that gets swooned over to the side of the angels, as a later evil Bond girl would put it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right? It's like,
yeah.
You think I'm just gonna have one night with you and then be swooned over to the side of the angels? I just love how she mocks that later on.
I know, yeah.
I think it's Thunderball when that happens. Yeah, I think it's Thunderball when she mocks it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there is, like, when Bond's finally, like, trying to seduce her and stuff, it can be a little uncomfortable for modern standards.
Yeah, but it's still played under a case of, like, rolling in the hay and everything.
Yeah. Roll in the hay. That's
roll in the hay.
Young Frankenstein.
But again,
there's a lot to like about this movie.
This is definitely in my top 10, if not my top 5.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
whenever
you think of James Bond, you can't think of it without thinking.
This one definitely. Yeah. This one is definitely up there, and it still holds up. It's not one where I would bring it down. It's in my top 5. It is definitely top 5.
Yeah, and it's like, it's good, it's like, Sean Connery's great and all that, but really, it's Goldfinger that steals the show. Every moment he's on, you just...
and of course, the ever classic, you expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. I just love the line, no, Mr. Bond. And you can see the look on Bond's, it's like, shit.
Yeah.
And again, it's not for the lack, it's not like Bond was incompetent.
No, it's just like...
Goldfinger was that good.
Yeah, because he just had everything he needed to sort of outwit Bond and sort of keep him at bay.
Exactly. Again, set the goal.
That's what makes a good villain. They have to be able to outmatch the
because we will have eventual Bond villains that are going to be so... You're like, how the hell did Bond get abducted?
I know.
But not that many. Most of them are going to be... Now you're going to compare... There might be some bland villains, but I cannot think of any outright bad Bond villains. But
yeah.
But again,
but it's not just like with wits, but like skill too. Like James Bond
and charisma.
But also it's like James Bond is is a terrific car driver, but even he could now.
Oh yeah, the golf game.
Oh, the golf game.
That was great.
That was really funny.
Especially how Bond again got the one up on him. It's like he must have got the wrong ball. We're playing by strict rules after all. You're definitely like, that's twice you have ruined my stuff. Oh, wait a minute. You know what I mean. Like, that's the moment where you realize Goldfinger knows he screwed him over in the first one. I mean, obviously, Oddjob told him.
Yeah.
Because Bond doesn't know that was Oddjob that knocked him out, so...
Yeah.
So I think I like that. Yeah. We, the audience, know it's Oddjob. Bond didn't clearly deny because he was just like, dude.
Yeah, but
the gold girl.
Oh, yeah, that's iconic.
That's a classic, bitch.
Yeah. I was gonna say too. It's like Goldfinger is trying to be not just like like the other villains. They're also sophisticated and stuff. He's like he lies, he cheats, he does all that other stuff.
He does all that other
like
stuff.
A real gummy person. It makes you feel more like real.
Exactly. And again, I can't say it's the gold standard, but it is.
Yeah.
It is the gold standard.
I mean, there's not much to hate about this movie.
Besides stuff that's a bit dated with, with Miss Galore and everything.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the only thing is Felix was kind of underwhelming in this movie.
Compared to the first Felix. But to be fair, his role here was serviceable.
Minor.
It was serviceable. Then again, it was minor in the first. Let's be honest. Felix is always minor.
Yeah. But even then, there was something a bit more substantial.
Oh yeah, at least he felt more like it then. Here just felt like if we didn't hear his name, we would just thought he was some generic,
Just some guy, yeah.
Some American agent.
Yeah.
But, and of course, Moneypenny and M. And, oh, Q!
Q, of course.
The first proper Q sequence in the Aston Martin.
Yeah, and you have Q's places. Well, also Ken Adams. Ken
Adams. And of course, it's just like, hello, 007.
Yeah.
And of course, like, an ejector seat? You must be joking. I never joke about my... And that's where we ever got the, like, now pay attention, 007. You know, whenever he says that, that's the most important gadget he's getting.
Yeah.
Every time, we're like, now pay attention.
It's almost like Steve Jobs is like, oh, by the way, one more thing.
One more thing. You're sorry I had to do all ball.
Yeah. But also the first introduction. Was it the first introduction to the Aston Martin?
Yes.
Yeah, this was
remember, they said with the other one, he's like, it's Cena's days. Well, it was M's orders.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, the Aston Martin, the ever classic with the control stick and all the different stuff.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. They take away his old stuff, but give him the new stuff that becomes iconic with the series.
Exactly. Well, yeah,
his gun.
Doctor, but that was right at the beginning of Doctor No, anyway, and that was more of a reference because that was in the book.
Funny thing is, don't we like? I mean, we see the Aston Martin a few more times, but is it not like as much? Like it's not.
We do. Oh, well, of course, we have the Spy Who Loves Me, Aston Martin, but that's for a whole different reason. But we never see. I do think we see it in Thunderball.
Oh, okay.
We will see various Aston Martins. It won't be the Craig one where it's properly this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which leads to the great bit, of course, in Skyfall. It's like, oh, of course, just eject me. You know, eject me. I loved M doing that, like, eject me. It's just like,
but we'll get there.
Yeah, I just love that. But just like, her sarcastic, oh, yeah, sure, eject me. Like, go ahead, eject me.
It was funny when he ejected him in this movie. It was kind of lame. He's like, oh.
It was pretty weak. But I think it's realistic, though.
Yeah.
It's a realistic ejector seat.
I guess you expect it to be like... Yeah, you expect it to be something of that, and then like... Oh,
no, because realistically, you wouldn't have that big of a spring thing.
Yeah, of course.
Realistically, how can you put somebody that can launch them that high up?
Yeah, I know. I think that's what most people expect because
that's what we expected.
Yeah, I guess maybe because I don't think you've ever seen that in live action up till that point.
No, this is a spring one, not a rocket ejector. See, that's the other thing. It's a spring one. Springs don't go that high in real life. Rockets would.
Yeah.
And I do think you might have another one that gets a proper rocket ejector seat.
Oh, I'm sure.
But again, so much classic stuff. We haven't gotten to a laser watch yet.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite gadgets.
Yep, but we got so many classic stuff. But again, it was mostly the car we had in this time.
Yeah.
But next one, Thunderball. I'll see you guys then.
Bye.